Hi Disciples, we're learning the last piece of Chopin's Prelude in A. The part we're learning sounds like this. What a beautiful ending. So we're going to start with an E in the right hand. And the first part is very similar to the very first opening phrase that we learned in the last video. The only difference is we're going to be playing a chord instead of the single note here. So we've got that E, and then we kind of like complete the chord here, which is an E, a G sharp, and a C sharp. All right. And that's going to, just like in the first chunk, the C sharp is going to kind of like wiggle over to a D. And when you play that D, you can lift up the other fingers. And you're going to slide your thumb down to a D here, and you're going to play a G sharp with your 2 finger and a B with your 3. That's the first phrase for the right hand. Your left hand is doing the exact same thing it did in the first phrase of the first video, the very first phrase of the whole piece, which is this low E, and then an octave higher, you play those double octaves, E's 3 times. So here's that first phrase. I'm trying to get my fingers out of the way for you. All right. The second phrase starts just like the second phrase from the beginning, but it'll go into a slightly different direction. You've still got that D and the F sharp with the 1 and the 4 finger, and you're still playing an A, a low A in your left hand when you come down to a B sharp and a D sharp. And you'll notice that this part's going to get a little bit louder as we go, but we'll cover that in a second. You're going to wiggle your thumb and your right thumb and your 2 finger to a C sharp and an E. And then you're going to play, you're going to leave those 2 fingers there. I'm talking just the right hand now, and you're going to complete this chord here. It's an A chord, it's an inverted A chord. So you've got a C sharp, an E, an A, and a C sharp, another one. And this is growing in volume. And you'll notice that the next chunk there, this actually feels a little bit weird when you play it, but you can get used to it. It's not crazy. You leave your 2 finger and your 1 finger, your thumb and your pointer, on that C sharp and the E, and you lift up the 4 and the 5, and you play that again. Okay, and then there'll be this chord. I'm going to show you the chord with both hands because it's a little bit, I have to make it a little bit weird to make it fit. In your left hand, you're going to be playing an A, and then you're going to be jumping up here and playing an A5 chord, an A, an E, and an A. Okay, like almost like a not complete A chord. It's missing the 3. A5. All right, so you do that. Boom, boom. And then you've got this chord, and I want you to think about both hands as sort of one thing working together. Now the chord itself is these notes plus that thing, and my hand, no way can it even come close to playing that. I don't know if like it's not nice, it's not easy. And I think it's sort of weird. I almost can't even imagine why Chopin would write it that way, because the rest of the piece is written so perfectly for you to just smoothly move from one part to the next. So I decided to roll this whole chord like this. And you put the pedal down so it connects it. And the only thing you want to really remember, your left hand is going to be playing an F sharp, a C sharp, an E, and an F sharp. And then the thing to remember is you start with your 2 finger on this A sharp, use your 3 finger on a C sharp, slip there. Your thumb is going to come under, play an E, and you're going to play another A sharp and C sharp to finish that out. So here's that whole phrase one more time so you can hear that chord in context. Getting louder, and then this roll. And you can play that fast if you want to get a sense of the chord. And I actually think it sounds nice there anyway. And then the first two notes that you played in your right hand, this A sharp and the C sharp, you just want to keep track of those because you're going to come back down here with your thumb and your two finger, and that's going to begin the next phrase. So I'll show you the right hand for that. So you play that and then you repeat it. And then you slide your thumb to a B and your three finger to a D. Your pinky moves up to an F sharp. And then your thumb comes down to an A natural. And then your thumb continues down to a G sharp. Alright, and that sounds a little funky out of context, so let me show you the left hand too. So you've just played this and you're about to double that, you're about to play that chord again in measure 13, but in your left hand, right when you play it the second time, you're going to play a low B. Okay, and then you're going to jump up here and you're going to play an F sharp and a D right here. And listen how this comes together. You're going to add a B here as your thumb moves down. Your thumb is going to move down in the right hand to a G sharp, while the pinky in your left hand moves down to an E. So let me show you that one more time because it's really beautiful and it's a little bit tricky. The two and the one here. Low B in your left hand. You're going to find this little chord here as you play sort of almost like the rest of it in your right hand. Okay? You're going to add the B here as your thumb comes down here. Keep working it down both hands there. Okay? Now, what your thumbs are playing, again, are going to be the thing that your right hand picks up with. This D and this G sharp. You're going to slide your right hand so that your thumb and your three are playing those, getting ready to play those notes. And that's going to complete the last phrase. You're going to start there. It's like this. So here's the right hand. You play that chord again, and you're going to jump your pinky up to this B. Keep your thumb where it is, and you're going to wiggle down so to a C sharp and an A. And what you're playing there with your three finger, that A, is going to become the note that your thumb kind of quickly has to jump to. And it kind of becomes almost like a rolled chord. You'll see this little grace note right before that your thumb plays that A, while your two and your five finger play a C sharp and an A. And you keep that A pinned while you finish out that phrase with your right hand. Meanwhile, your left hand finally gets down to that low A and comes up here and plays an inverted A5 chord. So you've got an E, an A, and an E. And you play that twice, and here's the little beautiful little catch. The very last chord, you take the pinky out. And it has a really nice way of sort of almost like implying a melody that boom, 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 that kind of you hear even though it's not on the top. It's really beautiful ending, really kind of cool idea. So let me show you that last phrase again. Nice and slow. You're setting up here for this E or this A5 if you want to think about it, as your thumb does a little quick. Keep the thumb pinned, double, and now you're going to keep the thumb pinned and just take the pinky out of your left hand. And you just keep the pedal down the whole time so it has a nice smooth thing. That's it. Don't forget to subscribe. I really hope this helped you. Check out the cover if you haven't done that yet, and have a great day.